So this is a new plugin by Safari Pedals called Dirty Dog, and it's in collaboration with Joe Chiccarelli. Now Joe is an 11 Grammy Award music producer and mixing engineer. He worked with artists such as Alanis Morissette, The Strokes, Michael Bublé, The Killers, The White Stripes, just to name a few. And he collaborated with Safari Pedals to make this very cool plugin, which is an overdrive and reverb plugin, which is quite special. So this is my first time working with a plugin by Safari Pedals. I just discovered these guys not too long ago, and they have pretty nice plugins, and this is the brand new one, so let's check it out. So basically it's an overdrive and reverb plugin, and this is how it sounds like on a vocal. If I solo the vocal, I'm going to take the same recording as we did on my last vocal effects video. If you didn't watch this one, click the link on top, or the link is down below. And let's listen to how that sounds like.
Poussé par la pensée d'une nuit, entouré de l'infini, ma main dans la sienne ainsi. Rien que maintenant je vis.
Alright, so I'm overdoing it. I want you to hear the effect. As you can hear, it's a reverb blended with some distortion, overdrive, which is pretty cool to work with, I have to say. It's different. It's not your typical reverb. It's a different kind of reverb, maybe not suitable for everything. However, it's the kind of tool that I like to reach for to create something a bit more unique, you know, with lots of vibe, tone and color, you know. And the cool thing about these types of plugins, they are easy to work with. So there's not like several styles of reverbs you're gonna have access to on this plugin. It's more kind of a very straightforward, easy to work with type of plugin. And this is something I kind of like because I know exactly what to expect, and it's easy to reach if I want this type of vibe. So just to go over the parameters, first of all, it looks like a pedal, you know, a guitar pedal. So the GUI looks pretty cool. You can resize the GUI also, which is always fun. Now, as far as the reverb goes, we have the reverb time, okay? And you can activate that reverb or bypass the reverb by clicking on the light icon right here. So you make sure it's on if you want to use the reverb time. If not, you bypass it and it will focus mainly on the overdrive side of the plugin. Then we have the pre-drive and post-drive. This is quite cool. So, you know, the pre-drive will add some overdrive on the incoming signal, and the post-drive will add more saturation on the output of the plugin. There's a pre-delay, you know, pretty straightforward for a reverb, and there's also filters, which is good. So high pass and low pass filters to filter out the reverb and saturation, which is great. Then the gate is actually pretty cool also, and that actually works well on drums, and we'll listen to that in a moment. So the way that works, it will add a gate to the incoming signal if you put it to pre, which is good for vocals, you know, so you can add the gate on the vocal before it hits this effect, which is pretty nice. Or you can just add it on post, and that is actually pretty cool on drums, or both. You can use the gate on the incoming and the outgoing signal. And you can again bypass the gate by clicking on the light icon, and same for the pre-delay, the drives also. We can bypass the plugin by clicking the bypass parameter on top, and there's also the oversampling that you can activate or deactivate right on top. Now, if I bypass the drives, the pre and post drive, this is how it's gonna sound like on its own. I'm only gonna focus on the reverb effect itself.
Poussé par la pensée d'une nuit, entouré de l'infini, ma main dans la sienne ainsi.
And everything is bypassed, so it's pretty dry, okay? So by activating time, the reverb is engaged, and we can just focus on that reverb without the distortion side of the plugin. But by default, I find that the reverb is a bit saturated, which is quite cool. So it already has, from the start, a very nice vibe to it.
Poussé par la pensée d'une nuit, entouré de l'infini.
So I'm gonna blend this with the dry vocals.
Poussé par la pensée d'une nuit, entouré de l'infini.
Very nice. Let's add a bit of pre-drive.
par la pensée d'une nuit entourée de l'infini.
All right, let's add some filters, high pass and low pass filters.
Poussé par la pensée d'une nuit entourée de l'infini, ma main dans la sienne ainsi, rien que maintenant je vis une...
Pretty cool, love it. Okay, in the context of the mix.
Poussé par la pensée d'une nuit entourée de l'infini, ma main dans la sienne ainsi, rien que maintenant je vis une poussière de vie éclatante dessous.
I love it. Now we have access to a bunch of presets we can work with because you can do a lot with this type of plugin. You know, it's more than a reverb. You can actually use it as a overdrive box only if you want to. So let's listen to it on a bass guitar. Okay, so what I did on this one is I used a preset because there's a bunch of presets designed by Joe Chiccarelli and other engineers, which are pretty cool. It could be a very good start point. And I used the one called Overdrive Subtle for bass. So the time is off, meaning that there's no reverb whatsoever. And I only have a bit of distortion on the pulse drive. Gate is activated on both. So if we listen to the effect on its own, that's pretty cool. It's nice distortion, I have to say, you know? So you can use this plugin as an overdrive effect, no problem. And the overdrive sounds pretty good, I have to say. So let's try it out on drums and create a very nice drum groove. See how that goes. Talking about a different type of drum room. This is very nice. Love it. Gate is on. You can go nuts with this one. Okay, there's one preset that I saw earlier, which is the lo-fi snare. So I'm gonna try this one straight on the snare track. That is actually very nice. I kind of like this. You know, it's like I said, it's not made for everything, you know? So to be honest with you, I love this plugin because it's simple to use, it's straight to the point, and there's still many things I can do with it. I can use it as a reverb, but also as an overdrive box. And the blend of the two is actually very nice, you know? I can use it in a subtle way, but I can also be very creative and use it more as a full effect on the bass, on drums, or, you know, vocals and so on. Now, just so you know, Stefari Pedals did not sponsor this video. They did not pay me to make this one out. They just sent me the plugin to try it out, and here we are. So if you want to check it out, you can use my affiliate link, which is at no extra cost for you, and at the same time, you'll be supporting this channel. So let me know if you like this type of plugin. Let me know down below. Take care, and see you next time.